Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm the Mysterious JG. I found out off screen I do not have a slot where I don't have a slot where I have the right affinity level for the next bit of dialogue. So I'm pumping Joon-gi full of flowers to get him there quickly. It turns out he likes roses and lilies, but he doesn't like pansies, which, well, maybe that means Kasuga needs to leave him alone because he's into girls. I mean, that's just a possibility, right? Just throwing that out there. But yeah, we gotta just keep giving him roses until he's ready to drink with us some more. Because it's not gonna matter. We're gonna load a different slot, so it'll be fine. But now we can talk to him and get more story dialogue that I would have missed because I messed up my saves and didn't have a save to capture this dialogue. So aren't you glad I went through that so you wouldn't miss this? Yo!
Perfect timing, Kasuga-san. There's something I must tell you.
Stop giving me flowers.
I believe I mentioned that a group was looking for me in and around Ijincho.
Yeah, the last video,
and that
sure.
The Komijo were looking into their motives and identities.
Yep, that was also part of the last video.
You saying that. You learn anything new?
Yes. It seems they've disappeared from Ijincho. They've avoided the Komijo's nets at every turn.
Well, isn't part of the story right now that you guys are blind? Well, drinks on me then. You sure look calm. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, Snake. Let's go with, well, drinks are on me.
Well, that's good. Looks like you can finally rest easy then, huh? I'll buy you a drink.
There's no way these mysterious assassins are gone. Or, I mean, are not gone and have just been eluding your nets, as you say.
That's very kind of you. And though I appreciate the thought, I'm afraid I'll have to decline.
You see, your flowers are weirding me out.
It's possible that the group in question has left the city. And I imagine it's because they found their target.
Me.
The target?
What I mean is, I believe my enemies have already ascertained my location and are waiting for the opportune moment to strike.
And suddenly he drops over dead with an arrow sticking out of his
That's
back.
the case, and they're quite skilled. They've managed to elude the Komijo's eyes this whole time.
But your whole,
that's
like,
bad news, right?
system for
Yes.
monitoring stuff has been destroyed,
And for
right?
you and everyone else around me, we could fall right into their hands at any moment.
For example, one of them could grab the
Okay,
acoustic
but
guitar
that's
behind me
only
and
if
hit
we
me
sit
honky
around
tonk
and
man
wait,
style.
right?
What?
Or Jeff Jarrett style if you prefer.
No point in being such a stranger. We'll lend you a hand. Let's find these creeps together. Hit them before they hit us.
Creeps, muck,
Feel me?
The Komijo
ooze,
have been looking into their
slime, various other
whereabouts.
Final Fantasy enemies.
Even so, they've proven quite difficult to find.
But
Finding
if we
them
continue
on our
drinking
own
together,
will
they
be-
will show up and we will fight them in one
so
battle.
you really think they're Joon-gi
resolve this
Mafia
whole thing.
remnants? You were saying something about that last time, right? That they might be after you because you're using your old
Apparently
boss's
Kasuga's
name?
not, Kasuga's not quite as
Yes.
drunk as it makes
I
him
have
seem.
no reason to deny that, given the circumstances.
Actually, he doesn't talk any
Then
differently
why
when
not
he's
drop
drinking
the
than any
Joon-gi
other
Han thing
time.
and go back to being Young-Soo Kim?
Yeah, man, come on.
I'm guessing
you
there's
let that
some
go,
reason
Kasuga?
you can't do that. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
But I will keep asking
No,
forever.
there's nothing preventing me from doing so. I
It's like
simply
Mankey
wish to
starts shaking.
continue
You know?
being Joon-gi-han.
Even if it means being hunted down?
Hunter Hearst Helmsley styles. He sure clinks his ice a lot.
I don't wish to get you or the others involved in the Jingon Mafia's troubles.
Is it really
But
that
it
important
appears
that
to
I
be too
reach
late.
affinity level 5 and
So,
become a
I may
double
be
rocker?
troubling you already. Everyone should be on their guard. My pursuers could attack at any time.
This would be so much simpler if he was Rex. We could just travel to some planet, find his ancestral armor. All this drinking wouldn't be involved.
You forget who you're talking to or something?
I'm sorry?
We've tangled with both
Seriously?
the Ijing 3 and the Omi Alliance guys. We couldn't let our guards down even if we wanted to. Adding the Jingon Mafia to that list ain't gonna make us any less ready.
Be ready.
Interesting. It seems our little party is much tougher than I expected.
Yeah, particularly when we kick you out and bring
Amongst
Ari in.
reliable
Haha.
friends. Maybe I am allowed to trouble you after all.
Yeah, the close list that he has shown
what
to
now?
Ari has been really
Close
incredible.
to our new friendship yet?
No, I won't be getting that close. It would be out of character for Joon-gi-han.
I think what I'm trying to say is
Keep
you
putting
bother
yourself on
me
a
a
pedestal
lot.
like that and we'll start leaving you out.
It's like, what, are you Orn and we asked you a direct question? What's going on? The bond has grown stronger. It's great. I know the slot. I know the slot we need to be at now, and I think it's actually slightly faster to just load that slot than it is to pump flowers into him. At any rate, yeah. So I'm glad. I'm glad you can just give him flowers. I don't think you get that option with. Maybe you got it with. Sai-chan, I never noticed. I don't think you got it with Adachi and Nanba, but maybe you do. I mean, the game, I think, is hinting at the fact that, Jun? I think they're hinting at the fact that he's probably supposed to be bisexual. Yeah, I think they're hinting at the fact that he is bisexual. That's still chef level 1. I think it's... Yeah, here we go. The game is hinting at the fact that he might be bisexual, and... Yep, that's pretty much it. I mean, he might be gay, but I think he's supposed to be bisexual. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's just a video game, but... Suddenly, everybody has to be romanceable in these things. I mean, I don't remember Mega Man needing to be able to date Guts Man. Or Splash Woman.
Yo, bartender. What's up with this one here? If nobody's drinking it, can I have it?
Bartenders love people who just come up and look for, you know, can I drink the last dregs of this drink someone finished?
Jeez. Could you be any more of a cheapskate? Joon-gi Han was just sitting there.
But he received a call about nanomachines.
Joon-gi Han.
So we call him
he ain't here
Kodak.
now. Where the hell he go?
Dunno. Went somewhere in a hurry. Looked like he got a phone call, rushed out.
A phone call?
Probably has to go to Shadow
Hope
Mode
those
silent.
Jingon guys aren't causing any trouble for him. I'm guessing this wasn't more than a few minutes ago?
You gotta know who the G-Con
Yeah.
guys are, by the way.
Pretty much just missed each other.
Got it. I'll go see if I can find him then.
It's seriously, literally none of my business. Just throwing that out there.
It's so important it gets you to leave your drink behind, huh, Joon-gi Han?
What could possibly be so important you would abandon alcohol? Apparently he really just missed him. Like, oh, it's bar hangover. Don't drink there. They do not use the highest quality ingredients. Yeah, you really just missed him. Like, I don't even see how you entered without noticing him if he's that close by when you see him walking away. He's probably, like, lurking around waiting for you to be in a position to see him so that you could find him and follow him. That sneaky monkey.
Yo, shit. Yo, fancy seeing you here.
I'm terrified of you.
Are you not embarrassed?
I don't do
By your
embarrassed.
suit.
I've been aware of your presence from the moment you started following me.
I can sense
I
your soul.
pretended not to notice because I didn't want to embarrass you in front of others. Hence, my bringing you to a place so secluded.
And wacky music.
Okay, I'm a little embarrassed.
Kasuga-san, you were worried about me, were you not? I can't say I blame you.
This music
Just
indicates
so
real
happens,
tension.
I'm currently in a position where I could use your help.
Huh?
Ooh.
Where I'm going will be difficult to access alone. Would you care to accompany me?
There are going to be 2 trigger tiles. We need to stand on them at the same time to open the locked door.
Oh, an invitation from the great Joon-gi Han himself, huh?
Okay, never mind if you're going to be like that.
It's nice every once in a while, is it not?
Anyway, I'm inviting you to make those fart jokes you seem to enjoy so much. Inputs displayed during an attack skill. Push the inputs displayed at the moment your attack connects to inflict more damage. Because all games must have QT E's. Even like action games.
What the hell is this place? A
We've
strip
been
club?
here before. Like, I recognize
Doesn't
those
look like they're up
stairs.
and running.
Yes, your assessment is correct.
You
What
are an
gives?
expert in closed strip
Why'd we
clubs.
come here?
And why is this place difficult to access alone?
I should fill you in. You are not the only one following me, Kasuga-san.
They too should be embarrassed.
However, they would have never revealed themselves while under the Komijo's gaze.
Your mama wears combat boots, as you do.
We were watching. Is that right, Yansu?
You're not really that
Why
inconspicuous.
isolate yourself like this?
I'm not Yansu. I'm
And they're not isolated. Look, there's like a half dozen people in the background.
So the fake wants to become the boss.
Fake
You
enormous.
think we'd let you get away with that?
Wait, these guys are...
Dot, dot, dot.
They're survivors of the Jingon Mafia. They came here after hearing whispers of Joon-gi Han's name.
Pretty neat, huh?
According to the Komijo, 7 of them have been watching me throughout Ijincho. I had recently learned that they had closed in on my location, which meant that I could take them all down at once.
Using my awesome power.
That's why you lured them here.
Because I have
They would have
the
been
essence
too
of
much to
orbital
handle on
laser.
my own. But fortunately, Kasuga-san, you decided to follow me. Would you be upset if I expected your help in this matter?
Man, why didn't you say so earlier? Why'd you have to tell me last minute?
I left my cell phone. I can't use
told
essence
you
of the
then
orbital
that
laser.
this would have given my plan away. I can't say I had much faith in your crafty side.
You're kind of a
The
dumbass.
Jingwan Mafia will eventually be rebuilt, but you have no right to be its leader.
So they didn't bother to make
Dare
Korean-looking
assume
faces for
Joon-gi
these
Han's
generics.
name, traitor!
They just kind of look generic. I mean, there are little touches that they did in the design of the only 2 named Korean characters to make them look more, you know, Korean. Alright, so with only 2 characters in the party, this could be a slightly annoying fight, and I certainly didn't bother to give us classes that would be useful here. So what does he have that attacks multiple enemies? He doesn't really have a lot to work with here. He's got Shield Blast, which is a class he picked up as an enforcer, because off-screen he leveled up in that a bit. Otherwise, he wouldn't really have a lot of enemy area stuff. Hammer Swing. Oh, that's a current. That's from his current job, so let's use that. That's actually pretty good.
Cool.
Now, that's because I don't feel like using Essence of Orbital Laser all the time. We can try Shield Blast. We can try... Oh, Vanquishing Palm. Yeah, we've been learning all these things that are just for a specific class, but you carry with you. And most of those skills aren't super useful, but they can be kind of fun.
Check this out.
Yeah, that only affected one guy? Apparently, because that guy got knocked over but took, like, no damage. Oh, Stealth. This is annoying. Stealth mode's annoying because it just makes battles last longer. Let's go for, Power Lift.
Take this.
Back body drop of doom. Oh, it really doesn't matter that we made this guy fear, because he's the only target we got anyway. Oh, and his rage subsided, so... I guess these are the mysterious secret Koreans, so it makes sense he would have stealth attacks, I guess. And rapid shot. Rapido. Which is from his default class. And it's actually super useful against those weird bums in the sewer who give tons of points, but they take 1 hit point of damage from every hit, so it's really good against them. Otherwise, it's kind of like, eh. And Double J Jeff Jarrett wins the day. It's J-double-F, J-A-double-R-E-double-T. That's Double J Jeff Jarrett. Take it. And he'll take it, by the way. That's what he just told us. He told us that he would take us.
Impossible. Beaten by this fake.
Fake enormous. Look at all those cross shots.
Listen,
Everybody's
stay on
batches
your
are just
guard
on
and
display.
make sure none of them escape.
I'm going to murder them all.
But, what are you planning to do with these guys? We've done enough. You're not set on killing them, are you?
That's what I'm doing,
I
Kasuga.
suppose
So
we'll
just,
just wait and see.
yeah, let's check it out. Murder time.
Yansu Kim is incapable of that. He's Joon-gi Han in face only. Second-rate trash.
That's not the thing to say to a
Once
guy
the
who's about
boss
to...
was gone, he took off running.
He's thinking about murdering you, so you're just going to insult him.
Well, what's your excuse? Why be a double if you can't die like one?
I concede that I
What
failed
use
to
is
serve the
Bimmy when
purpose of the
Jimmy
body
is
double.
dead?
And I cannot refute being called useless. It is as you say. However, the reason I've chosen to remain Joon-gi Han, even now,
It's because it's a pain in
It's
the
for
butt to
all
change
of
your
you.
name at the driver's,
I have
license
no
place.
intention of leading the Jingon Mafia.
What?
Gotta say, I'm lost here too.
I kind of lost the thread. I was pretty drunk when you explained
The
it
day
before.
Joon-gi Han was killed and the organization crumbled, what were each of you doing? And where?
Jerks.
What are you getting at?
We
You
were
were
drunk,
most
so
likely
what?
without a place to go, surviving with little or no purpose, were you not? We were a people who had finally found their place, thanks to Joon-gi Han. It was our only place. After the organization was lost, there was nowhere any of us could turn to.
Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide.
The same was true for me as well. It was by luck, and luck alone, that I was saved by Ijincho's Komijul. I wanted to help. I wanted to offer my hand to those of you that had lost everything of the lives they had once known. However, I had no way of finding all of you once you had dispersed and gone into hiding. That being the case, rather than search for you individually, I decided I'd have you come to Ijincho. If rumors of your dead boss wandering the streets surfaced, you wouldn't be able to resist seeing if they were true.
Okay.
And should you have come to reason that said person was your boss's double,
I knew you guys wouldn't be able to let that slide, and you'd come out for blood. Sooner or later,
for blood
you'd
with
all
Ernest
make your way
Borgnine.
down to Ijincho.
You really did this to help us?
That seems
yes,
like a bit of a bullshit
if you'd
story.
been sniffing around down here, then surely you would have heard about the Komijul at some point. Although I imagine the origins of the Komijul never made themselves known to you.
What origins?
The secret
The
origins
Komijul
will
are
explain in this
Jingon
30-minute
Mafia
cutscene.
refugees. Those who were sent to Kamurocho by the mainland and lost.
And scared.
What?
Well,
By
we had
the
no
end of
idea.
the
We weren't paying attention to the
1980s,
previous videos.
The ones who managed to escape found shelter here in Ijincho, Yokohama's gray zone. The Komijul have been ready to help those like you and me.
We're not so much a mafia as a NGO here to help.
I've remained Joon-gi Han so that you might take my hand and come home. It's been my aim to see that not a single one of us gets left behind.
Oh, great. We're going to have like 7 new party members now. All these guys.
It really was for all of us.
You're almost reaching Soapland manager levels of saviorness. Oh, it's a very special episode of Joon-gi Han recruits more people to the mafia that we kind of don't care about in the story anymore. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to do a direct sequel to this game or just from now on all Yakuza games will be about a new set of characters, but it's getting complicated as we recruit people from other mafias.
Son of a bitch, man. Why you always gotta be so cool?
Why didn't you murder those guys in a loser
My
fashion?
apologies for causing you so much trouble. Thank you, Kasuga-san.
For making us
So
laugh
are
about
those
love
guys
again.
gonna join up with the Komijul?
Yes, as long as people have a place to call home, they will always have the courage to go out and fight.
Every time there's a cop beating up on a guy, I'll be there. Every time there's kids laughing because they know dinner's ready, I'll be there too. Every place where people aren't getting a fair shake, I'll be there because I feel like maybe we don't each got our own souls, Ma, but we all got one part of a bigger soul. That's him speaking, of course, to Ma Jo Shinha.
I'm hoping they'll use the Komijul as footing and eventually stand on their own.
That's gotta be the most sentimental thing a dude dressed like that has ever said, man.
What's wrong with how I dress?
This outfit belongs to the boss I respected. If you're going to make fun of it, I'll be forced to defend his honor.
By farting on you.
Wait, huh? Come on, dude, lighten up. I'm just giving you a hard
I'm
time.
just busting your balls.
Some jokes cross into slander, and that I cannot abide.
Man, you unexpectedly are murdered.
If it wasn't coming from you, that is.
Tell Sachan if she ever makes fun of my boss, I'm gonna leave her in 8 different pieces scattered across the city.
You know, outside of Songhui, you are the only person I've ever revealed myself to.
Oh, well, we were pretty drunk, and,
There's
you know, I
nothing
was
more to
curious
hide
about
at this
trying it
point.
once, but I don't want to do it again.
So, how's it feel? Bet you're pretty relieved, huh?
You know, when you went to the bathroom on the way
As
back from
much
that.
as I'd hate to admit it, you're right. It's nice to take off the mask sometimes. So,
Sorry.
would that make us friends at this
If only he
point,
had the
Citizen?
dominatrix class, he could wear a little mask that he
Really
could then
asking
take
for
off sometimes.
confirmation? I didn't think you were the type.
You're the one who gave me a
My
bunch of
apologies.
flowers off screen, weirdo. Anyway, for now we're all friends. So that's nice. We helped him resolve his, like, weird issues with, well, we found out he didn't really have weird issues. Like, we thought he had this weird obsession with the guy that he used to be, sort of the, quote, servant of. But it turns out he was just trying to help other people. And now that he's helped them all forever, it's sweet. Everything's good. We're all friends again. And we can actually get back to the story of rescuing Zhao. And I'd like to get back to the story because, A, I didn't realize it would take quite this long to do all these dialogues with him. But we get our next and final plot character, or you know, party member, fairly soon, I believe. So I want to just push forward because I was doing all this off screen and then realized, wait, I'm about to get another character who will be way far behind. I have no idea when Nanba comes back. I'm pretty sure he does, but anyway. I hope he's doing okay. You mean Nanba, or, oh, you mean Zhao. We better get to Zhao's restaurant quickly. Now that you've spent 800 years talking to me. Let's right, Quinn Jin. Who I guess is Zhao. I don't know. Alright, let's return to the title screen, and we'll load where I finished all my stupid amount of grinding. And we can put together the party that we'll actually be using. Because I think, just for visual variety, I had Eri in instead of Adachi for a bit. And don't make too much of that. I mean, I was not paying that close attention because a lot of the time I was, you know, listening to riff tracks and stuff. But I'm pretty sure that I've got a slot where we had... Oh, hold on. Was that the actual slot? I think that was actually... Never mind. I shouldn't have loaded there. I shouldn't have loaded there. That was actually where we needed to be. Well. I will be really annoyed with myself if it turns out that this autosave is with him not fully lined up. I'll know in a second. Like, when I get back in, I'll know if we're at the right slot. And, okay, he's at bond level 5. And actually, their main thing is, I was going for part-time hero by having Kasuga do all these different jobs, and it looks like, yeah, we got all the points we can get out of him fighting in different jobs. Because this is get leg gear. That's the last thing from the bottom that we don't already have. So, this is the correct slot. Our party is Dominatrix Eri, no, Night Queen is the actual name, and then Matriarch Psycho, that's some kind of like female mafia thing, I guess. And Hippie Kasuga, and Construction Joon-gi Han. So let's edit the party. Let's kick Eri out in favor. Oh yeah, she was in slot 2 because that's where Adachi always went. And then why are they in their current jobs? He's in this job because I'm trying to get him to be my shelter, which allows him to steal MP. Though it's not a particularly great job for him. He's in this job, I think. Because what I've been doing is switching people from job to job. Just trying to get all their skills. So he's working on getting double hatchet. She, I think, yeah, I think the girls, by and large, have learned all the skills that they can learn because they don't have as many jobs to master. So she, like, at this point, Psycho has every skill that she's going to get that carries from class to class. So she's just in Matriarch because that's a class with really good stats. And then Joon-gi is a construction worker guy because I'm just trying to get him more hit points and whatever. Alright. So our motley crew is ready for action. here's gruff old Yakuza man. And you know what? As we knock Psycho off to the side, let's save. Because at this point, it's a little on the early side, but I've had a couple of videos run long, and this is where we're really finally going to get into new stuff. So it's a logical place for me to call it a video anyway. Alright folks, so when we come back next time, I guess I'll showcase this before I go. Like, I've done a stupid amount of leveling for people. We're way over leveled for the story, probably. You can see, just based on the fact that as the more he levels up, like everybody is at a higher level than Joon-gi, but kind of the gap shrinks as the gap from one level to the next gets bigger. He's slowly catching up. He'll never quite catch up until everyone's at level 100. He might catch up earlier than that. Eri was behind everyone else for a while, and now she is still behind, but it's less than one level behind in terms of experience. But, yeah, the real thing of interest, like I said, Eri, I think, has all of the skills that she can carry from job to job, because women just don't have that many jobs to master. And I was flipping them around, switching jobs. Not to mention, for whatever reason, I've got experience boosting accessories for most of the female jobs, and a lot of the male jobs I don't. And that's just more coincidental than anything else. So, like, he spent a lot of time as a hitman. He spent more time in that job than anything else because that's his primary job, and it's actually a good job. But he spent a little time as a bodyguard because that gives you dexterity to attack. He spent a little time, well, he hasn't spent any time as a host or devil rocker. He spent a little bit of time as a breaker because that gives you attack. He spent a little time as an enforcer because that gives you defense. He's currently working on foreman. So you can go like his whole thing from these guides I've read is that he's kind of the most. He's like Kamari. You can make him whatever kind of character you want. He can be a not terrible physical guy, or he can be a not terrible mage, but he's not going to be the best at either, because Nanba's meant to be the mage, and, you know, Koichi and Ichiban are meant to be the melee, so whatever. But yeah, he spent a little bit of time at various jobs. And now Psycho has learned everything she can learn that she'll carry from class to class. She has matriarch skill. No, actually, she's learned all the matriarch skills. I think she might have. Yeah, she's got hostess skills she hasn't learned, and barmaid skills she hasn't learned, but they're skills she can only use when she's in those jobs. And Koichi, he's been moved around between the physical classes. I'm trying to get the like low-hanging fruit permanent stat boosts. And Ichiban's just spent time in almost every job because I was trying to get the hero quest, whatever the heck, points. And but he hasn't learned all of the secondary. He hasn't learned all the skills. Once he learns Be My Shelter, honestly, I'd probably, because there's a foreman skill he hasn't learned, which isn't all that useful. Megaton Throw, he's already got fire attacks, I think. That might be worth learning. He hasn't spent any time in Devil Rocker, which might be kind of fun. At some point, I'm just going to have 4 males all in Devil Rocker. But, yeah, he's going to come back to Hero at some point. Anyway, I think I might have just... The video is now normal length, so when we come back, we'll get going with the story again. See you guys then.